Nothing lifts your spirits quite like beating up a tank. And with this new found power, I can hold a third ration and open level 3 card doors.
Oh no, you can only hold a third of a ration now. I see that.
Also, we can hold slightly more ammunition for all of our weapons. Just one of the perks of having a level 3 card. Order today. Now, we're supposed to be rescuing Dr. Hal Emmerich, the chief engineer of the Metal Gear project. But I just destroyed a tank single-handedly. Look at it.
You're incredible, Snake. You single-handedly beat an M1 tank.
No big deal. But I'll bet that VR simulator you trained on didn't have any scenarios that put you one-on-one against a tank, did it?
No, but there was no scenario where I had to work alone with a Special Forces soldier against a group of terrorists either.
In real life, things never go the way you expect them to, especially on a battlefield.
I'm already holed up in the Warhead storage building. It looks like Dr. Emmerich is still fine, but I'm not sure for how much longer. Hurry up this way, okay?
Oh, this way you mean?
The hatch is open. Can you just hop in?
I'm Vulcan Snake now. Quit screwing around.
If you go north from there, you'll eventually come to the Warhead storage building. Dr. Emmerich should be in the laboratory area in the second floor basement.
I was just making sure there weren't better level cards in there. So cool.
Snake, you've got to rescue Dr. Emmerich, the Metal Gear engineer.
He's probably being held prisoner in the second floor
Whoa.
basement of the Warhead storage building.
Second floor, got it.
So is this some kind of overseer's thing?
No screwing around on my watch.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Can't you see them?
Yeah, there's lots of boxes piled up here, but are they all warheads?
Yes, they're all dismantled warheads.
They just leave them here? It's like President Baker said, totally careless.
They attached the
Did-
camera
wait.
to one of them.
Yeah, how did they attach a camera to one of those?
They drill a hole straight through it.
Nastasha knows lots more about it than I do.
All of the warheads in those boxes have had their detonation mechanisms removed, so there's no fear of them exploding. But if the warheads are broken, they might leak plutonium, and that would be a serious
And
problem.
that's why they covered them with a top, Snake.
Never use your weapon on that floor.
Oh, this floor down there? So it's okay if I use it up here then, huh? Little duck and cover. I don't know what they're complaining about. I can use my weapons just fine up here.
What?
When you go into alert in this area, they close that cargo door. The idea is to lock you inside there with them. But I was on this side of the cargo door. So I think that's supposed to be like a little supervisor station.
When the alert goes off, they just kind of crack it back open.
Nice breeze going through here.
All these guys are so ready for the plutonium leak already.
Oh. I'm just gonna equip my SOCOM pistol. So the idea is we're not allowed to use any of our weapons in this area, so we have to make do without killing people with a silent SOCOM pistol.
Snake, that is a nuclear warhead storage area.
Are all these filled with nuclear warheads?
Yes, but their detonation mechanisms have been removed.
This
So
sounds
I don't have
familiar.
to worry about this island turning into a pile of smoking rubble.
No, but if the casing is damaged, they may be leaking nuclear material.
This is-
Please, make sure you do not use your gun around there.
Just checking. No, those grenades are a danger to the nuclear silo. Can we just throw it in the corner over there? Keep them away from the nuclear material, please. We have safety standards on Shadow Moses.
Dr. Emmerich should be in the laboratory area in the second floor basement. Heavy arms fire in that area is strictly prohibited. An explosion could cause nuclear material to leak from one or more of the warheads, and that would be a very serious problem. Please be careful.
It looks like they're equipped with gas masks.
That's because they're not supposed to use heavy arms.
You mean they use chemical weapons instead?
I've got heavy arms myself. They're attached to heavy fists. Oh no!
Snake, it's gas. Hold your breath. Your O2 gauge should appear underneath your life gauge. If you don't breathe, the gauge will decrease. When it reaches 0, your life gauge will begin to decrease. Try to find a gas mask.
I don't have one in my inventory.
The gas that's being dispersed is probably an organic phosphorus-based nerve gas. It destroys the nervous system by
door's
interfering with
locked.
the breakdown of acetylcholine, an
Can't your
important
nanomachines do something about
You don't
that?
have to breathe it in for it to kill you. It can enter your body through skin contact as well. Victims die within 15 minutes of the onset of symptoms such as nausea, perspiration, convulsions, headache, or difficulty with breathing. Your sneaking suit will give you some protection. It's made of a material similar to that which the NBC soldiers use. Also, I injected you with nanomachines that contain PAM, a nerve gas neutralizing agent. But that will only give you temporary protection. You better find a gas mask.
What could have happened to him? I have a feeling I could have held my breath longer than that. I don't have any nanomachines.
The nanomachines didn't allow Snake to hold his breath too.
Oh yeah, they're taking up all my lung space.
Already prevented him from holding his breath, Colonel.
What? The idea is if you get an alert in this area, it's pretty much certain death. Because even if you do have like 3 rations, and you're able to escape from the guards, if you don't do it soon enough, you're going to choke out and die from the poison gas before the door will raise again. So this
And elevators don't run.
elevators will go up. So it's really one of the hardest sneaking areas in the game.
Why would they say second floor basement instead of basement level 2? Or is the second floor refer to the first basement level?
The second floor basement is the second basement floor.
So it's basement level 2, so it's 1 down, not...
Yeah, we're 1 floor down right now. This is not the floor where Emmerich's supposed to be.
It's 2 floors down is where Emmerich's supposed to be.
This is the floor where Emmerich's supposed to pee.
Ah.
Hello, sailor. Oh no! That trademark shake and flop back inside.
He has to pee again.
Spooked the piss right out of him. Let's see it again. That instant replay. That is a lovingly animated piss. You gross bastard. That classic pretend to stand next to the sink and wash my hands.
You broke the mirror so he wouldn't have to look himself in the eye.
It's not that hard, see? Just wash. Wash and dry. Oop. in there?
Is this a cold room or really hot pee?
Wow. Just how hot is it? Surprisingly, it cools down quick once it's out of here. Even the dribbles are animated.
Mr. Buck.
Oh.
Ah, must have been an extremely short man trying to use that middle urinal.
No, that's close enough.
I had gloves on. Wow, it's the coolest pose in the entire game. Wait, there we go. Yeah. I'm an action hero. No, wait, I'm sorry. This is the worst camera angle in the entire game. Wait. Let me turn around. Let me use this proper. There we go. This is how I use the toilet. This is how I wipe. It saves paper. This is the first man that was in the bathroom when we were.
When you're trying to hide, avoid places that look like the enemy might search. Think about how your enemy is going to move, and then sneak in there. Doesn't matter how smart you are, just use your head out there.
Nobody would search the bathrooms, that's just rude.
Nobody would search this disgusting no-door toilets. Somebody shot out the mirrors. They broke because I looked at them and I have an ugly face. That's why they're all wearing balaclavas. There were only 2 men in this entire area.
They both constantly have to go.
Yeah, they just go... Excuse me? I said there were 2 men in this area. I can't even knock because there's C4 on that guy's back. Yeah, they just take turns going to the bathroom on and off, while the other one hangs around and guards that office space.
These urinals actually lead to the gas vents.
Oh, man. What a way to go. The face first into your own urinal. Better my own than my neighbor's. That's brought us a little bit closer, I think, to rescuing Hal Emmerich.
Yeah, we gotta see where the chemical weapons were made.
I followed the carpet. Excuse me, doctor. Dr. Emmerich. Hello? Are you in a bathrobe? This wall sounds funny.
No reaction.
They must have painted over that wall. Is this a Metal Gear? Does this wall sound funny? Well, the only other place the carpet leads is over here. To these glass doors. Oh no, I'm caught in a wind vortex. Is this how I dry my hands? Oh my. This
Oh
area,
no, Psychomantis is attacking. Oh no.
This area is filled with a stench of nerds.
So why does that run along the top?
Snake, watch out. That place is filled with gas. Also, the floor is electrified. First,
By the
start
way.
the high
Hey.
voltage switch. It's the switchboard on the northwest wall.
But how? I can't reach it.
Use a remote-controlled missile.
But wait, there's more.
Use the door on the left.
Deep Throat? No, I don't know anyone who calls himself that.
I see.
I wonder why he's trying to help you.
I have no idea.
A trap?
Could be. But for the time being, I'll have to trust him.
He's your #1 fan. That's his motivation.
I think the remote-controlled missiles are on the first floor basement of the Warhead storage building.
But your rank needs to be high enough before I send them to you.
You need to make snap decisions. In war, the difference between living and dying is counted in milliseconds.
Hold the elevator, Snake. We don't have time for it.
Good, you shorted out the floor.
Thanks, Master. Hey, Snake, enter the door on the left. Wait a second. It's high voltage, so I should be able to just crawl right under it. Yeah, okay. So the thing about Deep Throat is he's like our #1 fan, so he's always I can disable electronics with my chaff grenade.
Couldn't you have thrown anything on there and, like, just short it out?
No, look, it disables electronics. Nothing quells electricity like a bunch of thin metal in the air.
Wouldn't that just spark everywhere?
No, it's good. So like I was saying, Deep Throat's our #1 fan. That's why every time he calls us, it's to warn us about a trap that was in a... Okay, one last thing. I've got something that can stop the conduction of electricity. Cardboard does not conduct...
That's a lot of angles.
No! I left a ridiculous corpse.
Snake! Snake!
What's worse is they'll never find the body.
An old pine box.
In China, they say, rashness brings success to few, misfortune to many. Snake, go forward when it's safe, but retreat when there's danger. You'll just have to play it by ear depending on the circumstances.
Fine. So every time Deep Throat calls us, it's to warn us, it's something that he saw in one of our previous adventures. A landmine in a canyon, and now an electric floor and a gas-filled room. Remote-controlled missile. Deep Throat has played our previous games.
Snake's been in every one of the previous games.
I'm my own biggest fan. What's that mullet doing right over that divider? Nothing. I'm making like a stapler in this office space. No one's gonna see me.
Clipping through all the walls.
What? No. There's a desk. Oh my dear god. It's the most tense sneaking section of the entire game.
That ID 6 room.
Oh yeah, it's a level 6 junk cam. We just saw in the background there the other guard has left this room, leaving me free to sneak the right side of it. The RC missiles were stored in here. The Nikita launcher.
Those are remote-controlled miniature reconnaissance missiles, sometimes called Nikita missiles. They've got CCD cameras in their nose cones. After you fire them, they'll transmit their visual data to your monitor. You can control their flight freely in all directions.
This doesn't seem like two things you would put together. Reconnaissance and a missile?
I thought the RC stood for remote control.
To see the missile's visual data, use them wisely.
Oh look, an enemy!
Isn't the idea that you don't want your information source to blow up?
No, the whole thing is it needs a camera in it so I can see it while it's around the corner. Like right here. Snake would never be able to control it.
It's so fascinating. Oh, never mind. It's not that great anymore.
It's like a housefly in the room. You pay attention when it's buzzing by your ear. Otherwise, it's okay. Wow! What a cool toy.
Duh, it's just a missile.
Oh, okay. The RC stands for really cool. It's my favorite weapon in this game because guards react so silly to it.
And the missiles are completely invincible because the guards don't do anything to them?
Yeah, unless a guard finds you while you're controlling the missile, because that's possible. It's really the most stealthy weapon.
Could you fire that missile from the elevator into this room?
You can't equip the Nikita in here.
Not even from the elevator?
No. Yeah, the only thing we equip here is a chaff grenade.
It looks like a cargo truck.
Looks like it has 3 windshields.
Transporting goods around the base. Snake, why don't you try to hide in the truck? If you disguise yourself as part of the cargo, you might be able to use the truck to get around.
If only I had something disguised as cargo. The cardboard box that we have has "to heliport" written on it. And if we wear it while sitting in the back of a truck...
This all there is to load? To the heliport.
Is this all there is to load? One guy in a box? I guess I'll fire up the truck and drive one empty cardboard box all the way to the heliport.
So he'd have to pass through the broken down tank and just make no big deal?
You just put it in reverse and drove through the canyon, through that security room, through the tank hangar, all the way back to here. God damn it, I'm stuck at the heliport now!
Sound travels better in cold environments. If you're going to use a handgun, you should equip a suppressor.
I'll take out my rage silently. Now I got to crawl all the way through the vent system to get back.
Do shortcuts unlock?
It's a one-way because I only have one cardboard box. It takes me to the heliport.
Oh no.
Wow. So we can't control the height of our missile, only the direction horizontally. There's no reason to ever come back to the heliport. So it's kind of interesting to come back here with later weapons and equipment that you normally wouldn't see, because if you're playing the game normally, you would never be here with a Nikita.
If you leave a lot of footprints, you can confuse your enemy. But don't let your footprints reveal the direction you went in. Disguise your footprints to fool the enemy.
Do the footprints last long enough for that?
Whose footprints are these?
Will they really follow those in that kind of a path?
No.
Oh.
I'm being followed.
Snake, where are you going? The Warhead storage building is north. I can't believe it. Solid Snake is lost. I guess it's true. The reality really can't live up to the legend.
I'm as far away from my goal as I possibly can be right now. That's a much easier way to stop guards from following your footprints.
That's not how we did it back in the Alaskan arm.
I crawled on the belly. The belly. If this staircase wasn't so narrow, I could fire a Nikita up the staircase and shoot that guy, but it's really difficult to get a missile to go up these stairs.
Did he sneeze or did he say, hey you?
He was sneezing. Which is kind of like saying, hey you, to the tickle in your nose. Here's something that I don't think the developers ever really intended you to do. If you shoot the missile all the way over here, you get a really cool camera angle of the entire area, which the PS1 just really isn't equipped to handle. It really wants a top-down angle so it doesn't have to draw all these polygons.
That's slow motion.
It's just a cinematic angle, I swear. If you look, you can see the tiny guards way over there running into the corner of the map, trying to reach the skybox to investigate that explosion.
Off the cliff.
And while they're distracted, I'll just crawl away with the Nikita launcher. All the way back to the nuclear warhead storage building.
He should be in the research lab in the second floor basement of the nuclear warhead storage building to the north.
I'm not lost anymore.
How easy was it to lose sight of this goal that they had to have so many quotes for it?
Well, the goal was like 8 words long.
For the time being, let's trust what Deep Throat told us. Use a remote-controlled missile to destroy the switchboard in the northwest section of the Warhead storage building's second-floor basement. Make sure your remote-controlled missile doesn't get shot down by those gun cameras.
I still don't really understand how much everyone can see of like the floor blueprints and what's going on, because some of these have to be recent installments, right?
I'm not sure how he knew about the gun cameras, but everything else he's just going off of what Deep Throat told us.
You think this electric floor has always been here, or is that new?
I could see Ocelot installing that. I'm not touching you.
Recharging the floor is the best part.
Oh, you want this missile? Now you're just showing off.
There's no guards on this floor.
What's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Oh, okay.
You did it. You destroyed the switchboard. The electrical current running through
Yep,
the floor
that
should
right
be
there.
Danger.
Kind of smug tap.
Dr. Emmerich and find out Metal Gear's weak point.
Isn't he being held in the laboratory in the northeast part of the floor you're on?
Kind of worried about this electric floor still. All of the security doors on this floor are glass, so you can tell if there's anything good in there before you go inside. Oh man, there's something really good in there, but I can't get it.
The area is filled with gas, probably an organophosphate nerve agent like Soman or something similar. Well, your sneaking suit gives you some protection. Also, your nanomachines contain anti-BC neutralizing agents, so you should be okay for a short time.
But what you really need is a gas mask. An organophosphate nerve agent is a gas which invades an animal's nerves. It was first used as a weapon in World War II, and the casualties resulting from it were tremendous. In its pure form, it is a colorless, odorless gas. That gas was probably colored yellow to make it easier to detect in case of a leak.
So you gotta fight Psycho Mantis before you come in here.
Yeah, Psycho Mantis just floating through here all smug. I don't see a problem with it. Boss, I have a good idea. Let's flood the whole base with poison gas. Mantis, you suggest that every time. No, it's really good.
Alright, we'll do one floor.
You can do the floor that's already electrified. I can't walk on that floor anyway.
And no guards want to be posted there either.
Dr. Emmerich is probably being held in his lab in the northeast part of that floor. They flooded the area with gas to prevent him from escaping. But there should be a gas mask on that floor too. If you use it, you'll be able to make it through easily.
Wait, what? How does she know there's a gas mask on this floor?
I've been stationed on this base for months. Or day, rather. You learn a lot, okay? I'm a very social person.
You got a gas mask. Good.
Get it off, 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 get it off.
Unlike the transparent shield type, it will restrict your field of vision. It is equipped with a voice emitter, so do not worry about not being heard. The outside is made of reinforced plastic, and the inside is made from an acetate weave. Also, the eyepieces are specially treated, so they won't fog up. You will be able to stay in a gas field area for a long time with that mask. Use it wisely.
Using it wisely involves taking it off before you go through any doors. Because you can't equip a key card and a gas mask at the same time.
You wouldn't be able to tell which key card you're handling.
Yeah, with the gas mask on.
Snake, that's probably some type of nerve gas. It's extremely lethal. Use a gas mask.
Oh, I forgot already. It's strange that they do like the first-person view effect where you can see the gas mask, but they didn't do that for the scuba mask when we first started the game.
Because it's a wide lens type instead of a double eyepiece.
The goggle, right. That one wasn't anti-fogging. So if you're really bad at the game, trying to get past all these security cameras, this is an alternative method you could have done. Just blow them up with your Nikitas. And then aside from the poison gas, you're given free reign of the area. Oh, that's where they're developing the Nikita missile on this weapons research floor.
There's no way to turn off that humming.
No, that's the air depurifier, I assume. Whatever's pumping this poison gas in here. They were doing some type of science here. Like, the idea is this is supposed to be the nuclear warhead disposal facility. I'm not sure what this is supposed to contribute to that facade. Is this nuclear weapons disposal facility? No, it's just
a warhead.
It's just the Moai head, a common Easter egg in Konami games at the time. It was just putting Easter Island heads all over the place, I guess, because Easter Island, Easter egg. And speaking of Easter eggs, somebody graffitied Hal's Lab on this door. Hal's Lab is a game development company where a friend of Kojima's worked at the time. The Hal Lab, they make the Kirby and Smash Brothers game? You cannot escape a constant humming in this building.
Those air purifiers are actually really loud speakers.
Meryl.
Meryl, what are these holes in the wall?
That's the question I have.
Air cleaner for blowing tiny particles of dust off people's bodies before they enter the lab.
I'm an old soldier. Can't knock the dust off of me.
It makes more sense the other way around, where it blows off the gas before you enter.
The poison gas that was in the other room. Excuse me, Emmerich, you in here?
Oh, this is the lab. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. What? No. They're both labs.
Yeah, this is the double lab. Extremely... Huh?
Huh? Oh. A sack of potatoes.
What is it, Snake?
It's a hallway full of corpses.
Sung is oil and trouble. Honor but an empty bubble. What about you, Snake? Is your honor just an empty bubble too?
You don't even know me.
I hate to burst your bubble, Snake.
So was that supposed to be some kind of an insult?
Isn't empty bubble kind of like an oxymoron?
No, it's a bubble because it's empty.
No.
It's redundant.
If it was empty, it would be a droplet.
Oh, I see, because it has to be filled.
Yeah. So therefore my honor is not an empty bubble. QED.
Naturally, nuclear weapons contain plutonium. Most of the radiation emitted by plutonium isotopes consists of alpha rays. The ionization effects are strong, but if they are kept in containers, there is no danger of exposure. But if plutonium...
That's why I'm wearing this cardboard box. No danger of exposure to me.
It is quickly absorbed into the bones and internal organs. After that, there is no way to remove it.
The bones are eternal organs?
I bet I could remove them.
And just one millionth of a gram of plutonium can cause cancer. That is why a plutonium leak is such a serious danger. Make sure you do not use your gun anywhere near there.
Ocelot.
He bounces a bullet all the way to the nuclear warhead storage building.
They have not yet had any success.
The plutonium version of bioremediation, huh? Instead of processing, what about reusing it? I thought that they were working on using dismantled plutonium for civilian applications.
For a time, it looked like there was going to be international cooperation for that. But unfortunately, there was too much mutual suspicion and it all fell apart.
You're gonna give me cancer with that plutonium.
In the right direction, but it created a flood of dismantled plutonium.
A literal flood of plutonium.
Is now the biggest challenge facing the world. Combustion in nuclear reactors.
Isn't the biggest challenge facing the world Metal Gear?
It's got plutonium in it.
Solutions have been found.
Problem solved. It looked like he got shot, but it was actually the plutonium that got him.
At least it won't remove his bones or eternal organs.
Don't be so sure about that.